What is going on? Welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Miller, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a comparison video between the Nike SB Zoom Janoski OGs versus the new RM edition. So straight off the bat, what I'm going to do is list off the big changes in the new RM edition versus the OG edition. The shoe in general is the same silhouette, the same build, however they have made some tweaks to make it that much better for you to ride. So the first one with the new RM edition, which is this one over here, is that the outsole is made of a different material, so it is a lot lighter. They've also added another layer to the toe box, making it more durable, so it's actually quite a lot thicker, meaning for your flip tricks you won't go through it as quickly. Another one is the stitching is all doubled up as opposed to what it initially was. So as you can see here, maybe you got double stitching through the toe, and you got single stitching along the top, whereas on the new edition you have triple stitching on the toe and double stitching all the way around the sides and the back, as opposed to the old model with the okay, the old model actually has the Zoom Air insole. I didn't know that. All right, I'm learning things too. Okay, so the new one, differences here will be, I mean, they said it's new, but it's just different color to me. So it has the Zoom Air in the heel for better shock absorption throughout the heels. But I'll be honest, I didn't actually know that this one had it already. I didn't even look at it. I just bought a pair of shoes and they looked nice. They had some good technology in it, but they both got it. Maybe it's updated, maybe it's not, I'm not too sure, but nevertheless, they both have it. Something to keep in mind with these shoes, if you do have issues with the arch of your foot or the toes with a lot of impact, is that they don't have necessarily anything to reinforce it. It'd just be quite a standard thing throughout Nike shoes that they would have. So fit and comfort. With these shoes, the initial feeling is that they were quite tight. So I wore them around for a couple of days just to and from the shops and stuff like that, just to get them worn in, and then I got straight into riding them and they felt great straight away. So they will be quite tight until the suede loosens up a bit, but once they have, they feel fantastic. Now, the new RM edition is said to have the same feeling on foot as the OG edition, which doesn't need upgrading because it was fantastic. As I stated earlier, the RM edition is said to have better heel cushioning due to that Zoom Air insert being a little bit bigger, apparently, but to me it looks the same size. You never know, it might go further into the sole, but that is what is said to be upgraded in the remastered edition. One of the biggest things for the toe box, which is said to be upgraded, is that it is a different material, it is lighter, but it's said to have a bit more flick feel to it. You can see this one, different pattern on it, which may have affected it, and different material, different color. I like both. To me, I'm sure they're both going to be great. However, I'll have to see how this one feels once I actually try it on. Alright, so now we're going to get into the board feel of this shoe. So because it is quite a low profile shoe, it's not chunky, it is very thin on the walls. It has fantastic board feel. I feel like it really lets me focus on how a trick feels rather than just sort of what you would look up in a tutorial and it tells you to do. So you're sort of telling your body to do something, but I feel like feeling it as you're doing it really helps you to understand where you're going wrong with it and where you're going right with your tricks as well. So now we're getting into the performance of the shoe. So these shoes in general aren't quite as padded or as thick as some of you may want from a skate shoe. I like a low profile due to the general aesthetic of it. I don't really like chunky looking shoes. I like them quite slim so I can wear them casually as well. That being said though, you will feel it a lot more when you do stuff up, but you also get the feel out of it when you're doing things right in your tricks and you get better feedback from that. My first pair of shoes that I actually started with were a pair of Vans and they were a bit chunkier, and I feel like I get better feedback from my shoe and that I'm a lot more consistent in my tricks that I'm doing. All right, now we get into the durability of them. So as I've just unboxed this pair, I don't have any feedback on them currently. However, they are the same shoe as this. This one just has a couple little tweaks for it to be upgraded or remastered, as they've liked to say. I bought this pair of shoes 6 weeks ago now, and this is the current state. So this is my back foot, and this is my front foot. Now, this is the current state of the toe of my front foot that I flick my flip tricks with. So I've been at home for 3 weeks now doing flip tricks pretty much non-stop, about 2 to 3 hours a day, trying to smash out as many new tricks as I can during lockdown, and they've held up quite well. So obviously they have started to deteriorate, as they would when you're riding every single day, but with the assistance of something like shoe glue, or I use super glue precise gel from Gorilla, and I've applied a couple layers onto the toe to assist with the longevity of the shoe. Like any shoe, they're going to wear down, so I'm not going to say they're indestructible. They're not that kind of shoe. However, adding something like this is definitely going to get you a lot longer life out of it. I bought these new ones. I'm not going to wear them just yet for skating. I'm going to wear them casually for quite a bit because I really like these shoes to wear around, but I've started to wreck them. So I'm going to wear these, and once these are absolutely dead after a couple layers of shoe goo, maybe a couple months from now, then I'll get into these ones and I'll keep recycling through. Because I've added that layer as well, I'm now not wearing down the shoe. I just keep wearing down that layer. For me, it's only around the front here, as you can see. Back foot holding up just fine. There's not even any wear on the toe box or anything on the other one. But yeah, so now I'm just wearing through the gel rather than the shoe, and it's gonna hold up for quite a while. Into the pros and cons. Big pro for me would be board feel. As I said before, I get a lot of feedback through these shoes rather than wearing a chunkier shoe that you're not going to get that board feel out of. I mean, it will hit you on the sides a little bit, and that sucks, but that's skating. It's not always going to be cushiony. The durability, definitely happy with the durability on them. So the bottoms of them haven't even started to wear at all. It's just been that toe box. But with the use of something like shoe goo, as I've said, I'm loving it. I'm really having a good experience with these shoes so far. And the last pro for me is the visual aesthetic. I think they look fantastic. They're a really good looking shoe. I'm loving the leather laces. They're gonna hold up quite well too. Just in general, the low profile, that suits me. I don't really like the chunky look, but that's not for everyone. Maybe something else would be suited to you, more like dunks. They're a bit thicker to suit your style a bit better. All right, so to conclude, look-wise, the only difference I really see is the color, the stitching, which unless you're looking up close to somebody's feet, which I don't know why you would be, you wouldn't really notice, but it is there for the durability, which really helps. And the laces are actually quite different. So these have some leather laces that came with them. These ones don't, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to put these on there once again for longevity, and I like that OG look that they gave the first time they did the shoe. I can't yet comment on the durability of the heel cushioning. However, I have not had any problems with my heels wearing these shoes, so I'm sure it'll be even better once I upgrade to these. The feel of these shoes is fantastic. I think with the upgraded toe box, it's really going to help, so I'm going to have to use shoe goo a lot later than I have on this one. However, we don't really know yet. I would recommend probably using it as soon as it started to wear in, probably not straight away, maybe wear it in first just so you actually smooth it down a little bit, then get into the shoe goo, and it's really going to help you out. And that is going to be it for this video. I may chuck some clips at the end, or I might actually do a sort of follow-up video once I've started to wear these, which probably will be the case. I want to give you guys a bit of an in-depth look as to how they hold up. You've heard my original thoughts on this shoe here, and you can sort of take that as you wish. But yeah, I'll do another follow-up video to see how this one goes, and that'll be it for me. See you next time.